Okay, hello and welcome to the reunion for 1984 Rewrite the Stars. We just crowned our ninth winner, Jay, by a vote of 7-2 against Mr. Caleb Reynolds. So it is now time for us to get to some awards. I know you guys are dying to see what awards I've come up with for you. So this season I did not do best move, worst move. We just have kind of the big ones this season. So you guys kind of discuss things later about best move, worst move if you'd like, and I can discuss things as well. But let me get the screen share ready. Here we go. As I do these awards, if we can keep the conversation to a minimum, just so we can get through them, because obviously we have stuff to get through, but here we go. Okay. Here we go. So the first award is the most robbed pre-juror. So the nominees, as you can see, are Jerry, Lamar, and Peyton. Here we go. The award goes to Peyton. I think that Peyton got this award. I think if Peyton makes it past that double, I absolutely think he makes top 5 at the least. I think he kind of had unfortunate timing with being at work. And also, I think Connor was one person that would nominate him. I don't think very many people nominate him at that point. So that is why Peyton gets robbed pre-juror. So yeah, also, while I'm here, might as well shout out Ascendance Live since Peyton and I played that together. So go watch that. Thank you. Here we go. Next, we've got most robbed juror. So our nominees are Billy, Nolan, and Rachel. I think all three of you had a lot of potential in this season. But the winner of most robbed juror is Nolan. I think Nolan was a big powerhouse this season. I think had he waited just a little bit of time to make some moves, I think that he would have absolutely had a great shot at this season. I think looking at this season beforehand, Nolan is not somebody I would have expected to come in swinging as much as he did, and so I really enjoyed watching Nolan play. Also, Rachel and Billy absolutely played great games as well, and I wish we could have seen more of that, but obviously things happen. So our next award is the best duo of the season. So we have Caleb and Connor. Jay and Connor, Caleb and Jay, Madison and Josh. So the best duo of the season is the Stratisfaction Guaranteed. Jay and Caleb, you guys rocked this season together. For those of you who might not know, every single season that we have had a returnee in, somebody that started out in season 2 has won it. That has not been broken tonight. We have had once again a season 2 winner for a returnee season, and you guys somehow let the final 2 be 2 people from season 2. These 2 together, I never expected it before the season 2 work so closely together, but they absolutely did, and they did it beautifully. So yeah.
I just have to pop in and say I tried to break up the season 2 duo, but somebody wouldn't evict Jay.
Go back on mute.
What? It wasn't me.
Also, shout out Josh and Madison. Your guys' duo was also a great one to watch from your season.
Thank you so much.
It was
Loves
nice
Josh.
After watching you two in Prestige not work together, watching you two play together in this season was really fun. Next, we have the Best Alliance. There was really only 2 good contenders. We have the Power of Trace and the Hot Potatoes. Peak Justin being in both of them. We'll talk a little bit more about that later. So obviously, there's an obvious winner here. However, Hot Potatoes was great. However, the Power of Trace did that. The Power of Trace did that. So I think it's iconic. Power of Trace. We love that. So
Shout out to Rachel.
Can I get an honorable mention?
yes, Rachel, honorable mention.
Can we talk about this for a second though? Because yes, y'all were the final 3. But if you look at who won the competitions leading up to that, it was Justin, it was Madison, it was me. Y'all
And we
don't
were called the Hot Potatoes because we wanted a hot potato potato HOHs, and that's what we did.
Can we also talk about the Big Threats Alliance with the
Also
Mock
that.
SpongeBob
Also
meme?
Big Threats.
The Big Threats Alliance
So
was
good.
really iconic. We love that as well. You guys can shout that out. That's perfectly fine with me. I really did enjoy that alliance. I wish it could have lasted longer. Also, at one point I think there was an all-female alliance, though. Did it have all of them? I don't remember.
It did have all of them. It was fake.
Okay,
But it had all of them.
I wasn't sure. But yeah, that was also a fun alliance this season. There were a lot that I obviously there's so many that I can't remember all of them, but yeah. Also, I think the first alliance of the season was the Fantasy. So shout out to that with Jerry, Jay, and Josh. I think how that alliance played out was kind of funny.
That was such a good moment. We just were all on the house call, and then we were like, wait, should we? And they were like, I don't know, should we? And then we're like, no, yeah, we should.
I think it was
We were like,
funny
oh, we're
how
all on the house call. All of our names start with a J. Why not?
I think it was funny
Honestly,
how fast you guys turned on each other as well, because as soon as Jerry was on the block, you both were like, nope, Jerry's going. And then as soon as Josh got HOH, Jay was on the block. So that alliance just made me cackle a lot. Just never seemed to get on the same wavelength ever.
Fantasy will always be my first love. So
Michael, what about rhinoceros arms? That should have been the top 3.
Okay, we're moving on.
Rachel, Chloe. My 2 votes, ironically.
The nominees for Hero of the Season are Chloe, Connor, and Josh. There's
Chloe or Riot.
So Chloe, the block star, Connor, pretty much also a block star going week 1, looking like you had no shot, and then playing it how you did. And then Josh, poor guy, couldn't win a competition, finally won one towards the end. So the official hero.
Thank you for rubbing that in that I couldn't win a competition. I'm just saying.
The official hero of the season is Miss Chloe.
Damn right.
This was kind of obvious. Chloe catch a break this season. Though I think she really enjoyed her time in the season. So yeah, Chloe definitely deserves the Hero of the Season award. Facebook obviously loved her and hates the rest of you guys. But yeah. Also, while we're here, I want to mention something I thought was funny. When Chloe got HOH, at that point in the game, Josh was the only person who had not evicted her or nominated her, yet he was one of the 2 nominees that week. I just, while we were here, I wanted to mention how funny that was to me.
Y'all should have seen that conversation with Chloe. She's like, I'm going to put you up, Josh. And I'm like, Chloe, why? I've saved you every time. I've never put you on the block. And she's just like, I don't know. I'm going to put you up anyways.
Meanwhile, I was like, I understand. I just put you up. If I understand that we're not in a great spot. And she was like, oh, you're good.
Chloe's
I love Chloe.
It's so much fun. We will move on to Villain of the Season. So the nominees are Jay, Justin, and Nolan. Jay was kind of a questionable choice here, but I have to add somebody. So here we go.
Justin, you got this.
I don't think this comes to much of a surprise from anybody. I think Justin was more a villain in his prod chat, not out in the open, where Nolan wasn't afraid to make moves this season. Also going out cursing Disney. Buddy, no matter what you say,
I don't deserve it.
Nolan, buddy. So,
misunderstood hero.
Yes, you do. Don't.
I'm just honored to be nominated.
I love how both seasons I play, you put me at Villain of the Season for no reason.
Okay, we'll move on to award. Player of the Season. So our nominees are Jay, Justin, and Madison. So the winner of Player of the Season, even though all 3 of you very much well deserved it, I think final 5 very much all deserved it. But here we go. The Player of the Season is Justin. Justin, you absolutely rocked this season. You were able to manipulate the whole final 5. You were in a 3-person alliance with both of them. There were so many moves you made this season that set you up so perfectly. I think the one thing that would have helped you would to have been going to 3 with Josh and Madison, because I do believe that you had a better chance of making it to finals through them. However, I think you played a wonderful game. Absolutely would have been a great winner. It'll happen for you, I promise.
Sorry for robbing you, Justin.
Okay, I get it.
Okay, so now I think all we have left is the production's favorites awards. Obviously none of them are here to talk about it. I didn't get one from everybody, but I got them from most of them, I believe. So here we go. Tylor's production favorite was Chloe. I don't think you gotta say much about why Chloe would be somebody's production favorite. So we'll leave it at that. Rizzo's production favorite was Nolan. I will say, Nolan, you were very fun to watch this season. I think it was kind of funny. Tawny was in your production chat saying so much, and then you were like, no, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. You went against so many things that she said, which I thought was hilarious. So I really enjoyed watching Nolan play this season, and I'm sure Rizzo shares many of those sentiments. Next we have Blake. Blake's production favorite was Jay. So Blake didn't give me too much information, but he said that he was really able to see your game a lot and in depth. So that was kind of what he said. Jay, I think he played a wonderful game. Going unnominated to the final 6 was very impressive. I thought at one point that it was going to last the whole season. And it was
so close.
So
you can thank Caleb for winning the veto that
so yeah, Jay, I think you played a wonderful game. And I also really enjoyed watching you play. I think that you did an excellent job. So and then my favorite. So I have one obvious one. Nobody's gonna like say anything about that. So I wanted to give another one. So my other production favorite goes to Caleb. So Caleb, I loved watching Caleb play this season. Caleb, you talked very much in depth about your game. I saw a lot of what you were doing. I think you played an absolute game, like a game absolutely worth the win. I do think that speeches had a lot to do with the result tonight, though.
Yeah, for sure.
Though I think you played an excellent game. You definitely mastered the floater strategy. Watching you play was really fun, and I really enjoyed watching you play this season. So that is all the awards we have. Now I can also go through and say who won the drafts of the season. So I can go through and say who was in each draft. Let me reset the colors on them. There were 2 different drafts that we did. We did one with the cast assessment people, which was myself, Zach Ravioli, and Tylor. So in that one, let's see who. So Tylor got 3rd place. His team was Josh, Connor, Rachel, Chloe, Justin, and Sam. Zach had Madison, Caleb, Billy, Nolan, Grace, and Lamar. And then I won that one. I had Peyton, Sebastian, Jay, Jerry, Jonah, and Brandon. So then in our production draft, I'm just going to go in order that we picked. Caleb had Billy, Madison, and Jonah. Blake had Josh, Nolan, Brandon. Tylor had Caleb, Rachel, and Chloe. Rizzo won. He had Jay, Justin, and Jerry. Had Peyton, Sebastian, and Connor. And then the wild cards were Grace, Lamar, and Sam. So me and Rizzo were the winners of that. The fantasy draft was won by Burks. His team was Caleb, Jay, Rachel, and Jerry. As long as my math is correct on that, I believe that Burks is our winner there. I'll have that updated and posted later. And then I can get to the episode quotes. Good amount of people got them this season. Not everybody, obviously, but a good amount of people got one. So week 1 was I really did invent the horror strategy. That was Caleb. Week 2 was this is my 13th reason. That was Chloe. Week 3 was all I do is simp and survive. That was Sebastian. Week 4, which I'm kind of exposing something with week 4, was am I telling anyone I went to a wheel to decide this decision? No, that was Nolan. Week 5, you are not the main character. That was Rachel. Week 6, this is probably my favorite one. Rise and shine, motherfuckers. That was week 7, or no, sorry, the double was we obviously both have a target now. That was Peyton. Week 7 was you miss every shot you don't take. That was Nolan. Week 8, I like this one too. This is Disney on Disney Crime. That was Jen. Week 9, this is proof that God loves discrimination. That was Jay. That was after Jay, Connor, and Chloe made an alliance called the Discriminators. During the second double, it was the way I really said fuck season 5. That was Justin. 10 was that box is getting shut, mama. That was Madison. Week 11 was so much for this not being personal. That was Josh. Week 12 was I love the attention I do. That was Madison. Week 13 was I finally get to say goodbye to my boyfriend. That was Josh. And then week 14 was I'm the Drew of the Power of Trace. That was so I currently don't have one for the finale. I might go back and get one. I'll let you guys know when that happens. If it happens, it might end up just being the finale. But yeah, so I think that's all the information I have.
Wait,
else that you guys want to know?
who did you predict as the original winner? I want to know.
So on the cast assessment, Tyler's winner prediction was Connor. And he said like this is the riskiest winner prediction ever because we had known who the HOH was and we knew that you were probably getting nominated, but we did have very high hopes for you before the season, Connor. And then Zach's was Madison, and then mine was Josh.
I feel like everyone predicted I was gonna flop again, and I get it.
Let's see.
I feel like I was pre-jury prediction.
I honestly I can't remember what I said about too many people. I remembered the winner predictions. First boot prediction, I think I'll give you guys the link to the cast assessment and jury roundtable and
I don't want to watch a jury roundtable. I'm good.
Yeah. So
to be fair, there were only 4 of us present at the jury roundtable. So.
Yeah. There was a little bit of time that it was Nolan on mute and Josh and me.
Yeah, it was just me and Nolan hanging out.
Straight vibes.
It was great. We should do it again sometime.
Third wheel any day.
I hate to interrupt, but I'm leaving. I might come back, but I love you all. And again, thank you so much for this great season.
See you Saturday, sub.
See you on Saturday, Sebastian.
See you, Josh. See you, Michael. Bye, y'all.
Bye.
Wow. Thanks, sub.
All right. I don't know if there's any other things you guys would like to know about. I can go through my winner contenders if you guys want me to throughout the weeks.
Let's go for it.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. So week 1 was Sebastian, Connor, Caleb, and Madison. Week 2 was Sebastian, Caleb, Jay, Peyton. Week 3 was Sebastian, Caleb, Jay, Peyton. Week 4 was Jay, Peyton, Josh, Nolan. Week 5 was Jay, Peyton, Nolan, Rachel. Week 6 was Jay, Peyton, Nolan, Rachel. And then week 7, I didn't do them during the doubles. Week 7 was Jay, Nolan, Billy, Justin. On this is right after all the HOH winners were crowned. So week 8 was Jay, Billy, Justin, Caleb. Week 9 was Jay, Justin, Caleb, Nolan. Week 10 was Justin, Caleb, Madison. Week 11 was Justin, Madison, Jay. Week 12 was Justin, Jay. Week 13 was Justin, Jay. And week 14 was Justin.
Well, yay.
So, is there anything else that you guys want to know about, or is there any questions you guys have, or do you guys have anything you want to talk about?
Who are the replacements?
What do you say?
Who was like an alternate?
Okay, so there were some people I think we originally like overlooked when we were casting. So when we had some people drop, I was like, okay, perfect. So this might, I don't want to make anybody mad with this, but so Connor was an overlook that we casted late. Jay was an overlook that we cast.
How did I know it was?
Which is kind of ironic because Tylor was an alternate for All Stars, and then Caleb Reed was a last second addition to Deadman Walking. So also Madison was a replacement, and then Sam was an alternate, but he knew he was an alternate. Everybody else, I did not want to affect their game by telling them. So, but
I'm so sorry, Sam.
Honest, Justin said fuck Power 5.
Power 5, yeah, pretty much.
Power 5.
I just hope I make it past rank 94 because I know in the
Yeah, I want to make it above 90. I think I was 97 or something like that.
I get it.
I want to be in the top 10, Sir Michael, please. Thanks.
Don't move me down. Just leave me alone.
oh, Miss Chloe is here.
Chloe, we love
Rise
Chloe.
and shine, motherfuckers.
Or she's not here. I don't think she's Chloe.
Oh,
Chloe, you gotta say your famous statement. I don't know if you know even what I mean, but
What?
you gotta say your famous statement. I don't know if you even know what I mean.
I don't.
Rise and shine, motherfuckers.
Rise and shine, motherfuckers.
It's so good. Okay.
It's morning. Time to wake up. Rise and shine.
So I'm going to give the link to the alumni chat. So if they want to hop on there, more than welcome. Second chance season. We'll see if any of your old rivals or friends hop on. You guys will be added back to that sometime soon. Jay and Caleb are wanting me to add them to the jury chat. So we can do that.
Wait, what?
Don't do it. Don't do it.
No, I'm good.
Okay, Jay
I'm
was
good.
on the chat, so we can do that. Caleb, if you want to just not go there, that's okay.
But
Listen, I love just knowing them as I know them. I don't need the jury like chat. It's fine.
Oh no, they were at it.
Oh my god, Chloe, thanks for voting me. I was like, okay, thanks, mom.
Yeah.
it's
Better
because
about Jay. To be honest, I'm just bitter. That was it.
she didn't
I'll take it.
bestie.
That's good. Maybe if I just didn't give a speech, I would have won. Like, I'm not one. I would have got like maybe 3 votes.
Your chances were better without a speech. I won't lie.
What if I just said like, all right, I'm not giving a speech. So how?
Just say please.
Like your chances weren't great, but they really were not good once you talked.
Who was even considered voting me though? I know Rachel was a lock for me, and then Chloe. But then anyone else like wanted?
Josh originally sent in a vote.
I initially was voting for you.
Really? Was it because you're bitter at Jay though more than it was for me? I think it was more.
No, I just like it was just based off of my initial, like, because I hadn't like seen anything that was happening in the jury chat or on the stream. Like, I just went off my initial gut feeling. Like, a lot of people were
You
very
should have.
Jay, and I was like, I'm gonna give Caleb my vote, and then I ended up switching it.
I
You
think
should have just kept your
Madison
initial gut.
as well, because Madison made a point of saying like it wasn't up until this that she thought my game was better than it was. So I think you might have had Madison.
Yeah, I think in her original rankings at like after she got evicted, it was Josh and then Caleb. I think Jay was last on her original rankings, if I remember correctly.
Not the Justin erasure.
Josh was number one, I think Justin was second, and then I think Caleb and Jay were kind of tied.
Paige.
Queen.
Hi.
We love Paige. That's my prod chat member. Maybe if I could have just typed out a speech.
It's the way that 4 people from season 2 have now won, and Jabbar was not one of them.
Look, okay, I get it. You want a Jabbar win more than you want a Jay win. I get it.
I mean, if you ask Heatherly Cameron, Jabbar just won.
Oh my
Not that.
I hated her. Every time I log in, hey Jabbar, like
Miss Julia.
We love Julia.
Hey.
Julia should
Jay
bump.
are not just the same
We
person.
love everybody.
I thought Jay was just like a nickname. Is that not Jabbar?
Oh yeah. You know how Nikita has like Jodalee limit? This is like the other side.
Like the J stands for Jabbar.
Mm-hmm.
Love you, Julia, so much.
Julia. Julia.
Wait, Sebastian, I thought you left. King,
No,
you're
I
back.
just came back.
Welcome back.
Why is Julia?
Leave and stay gone is what Caleb was saying.
Okay, you know what? If you need me, you can message the chat.
Okay, so
Wow.
I forgot something that Paige just reminded me. We were going to announce something tonight. So, as many of you have heard, we have kind of joked around it for a while. We have announced it in the past. However, coming in the summer of 2022 is 1984 Live. So we do have an official production team that has began planning. So that is a thing that is happening. I'm not exactly sure when I'm going to start coming out for that. However, it is an official thing. So yeah, I'll just kind of shout out the production team of it because why not? We'll have an official production picture of that soon. So that production team is Blake Murphy, Jake Stevens, Josh Rogers, Paige, not going to say your last name, Snack, Jackson, Stroop, Tawny, and myself. So yeah, we are very excited about that. So
Yes, Nolan. Everybody apply. I'm so excited.
I forgot about that.
Also, I want to put it out here while this is recording. Josh told me that he didn't think there was a chance I would win, so he promised me a free Texas Roadhouse meal if I won the season. So,
didn't Josh promise me one too? Or
bitch, you're on your own. I don't care about you. Okay.
Just to clarify, it's not me.
Oh, no, I know.
Josh, Duolingo. So yeah.
I forget. Did I have to rig it for you to win, or did you just have to win? I forget.
No, you weren't even there. It was on a.
No. I definitely remember this.
I think we brought it up. I don't think you were there when we made the deal.
Oh, it's in your chat somewhere. I'm gonna scroll.
Maybe you were then. I don't know. All I know is Josh. I want that Texas Roadhouse gift card. Okay, that's all I gotta say.
You get the win and Texas Roadhouse. Okay, you know what?
And Jay will get some merch if you would like some as well. So.
Look, Josh makes the dumbest deals with me. He made me this deal. He told me if Claire doesn't make it to the final 3 and normal Big Brother, I'll get $30. Like I need to make more deals with him when my wallet is broke. That's what I need to do. So,
Hey, question: When did the BB Insanity finale happen?
Like a week ago.
Oh, I just saw the post.
Billy
like,
winner.
I just saw
Really?
the post.
I love that.
Billy won.
He's so good. I love him.
It's the way that
That was such a good win. Sorry, Sam.
the way that when Napolito sent his vote, I was like, "You're not voting for Billy," and then a couple minutes later, Napolito changed his vote to Billy, and I'm like,
Can I explain something?
"Like what?"
Let me explain something. Billy and Nick, or not Billy, Napolito and Nick both threw votes on Billy because they thought it was going to be unanimous. And that's how Billy won.
I just
Like, Billy deserved it, but like, we thought Billy was losing unanimously.
I also want to talk about how Billy threw a vote to save Rachel and then tried to blame it on Madison during the Rachel's eviction.
I believed him, to be honest.
Yoshi. We love Yoshi.
Yeah, no, and I remember you telling me you believed him, and I was just like, tee hee.
Some people
Uh-huh.
that are acting like, you know, like, how did people think it was Madison? Like,
I
Okay,
thought it was.
Jay-
I thought it was
Jay-
Madison until she was like, Josh, no, I evicted Rachel.
didn't
and
thi-
I'm like,
I didn't-
oh, okay.
I didn't think it was Billy, but I didn't think it was Madison either. Like, I was just like,
The main reason why I got involved with the Hot Potatoes Alliance was because I thought Josh and Madison both evicted me. So I was like, oh, if I'm like in an alliance with them and they think I'm loyal to them, then maybe they'll keep me around longer. And then I found
Only
out
half
Madison
of us evicted you, Justin.
only half, exactly.
I have a question.
Yes,
Hi.
Yoshi.
Oh, yes, Joshi.
Sorry, my nipples are hard. I want to ask, because I was gone for a second. I didn't even see who won, so I want to know who won.
Jay.
Jay
Jay.
won
Okay,
7.
okay, okay.
There was actually a twist, and I won unanimously. So,
Oh.
yeah, I got
this
second.
is actually, there's
Yoshi,
two
the
ones.
cricket also won.
Ew. Goodbye. Goodbye.
I would
Yeah,
like to
Rachel.
jump that across my 2 seasons, I've gotten first place 4 times. There have been 4 ones on my cast photo, so I do think that's important to note. Yeah.
When Nolan sent me that for the first time, I was like,
Okay.
I just don't know.
How was that not the episode,
Make the
Chloe?
wish. He said, Michael, do you know what happened to the 11/11? And I said, what? He goes, make a wish. And he goes, Rachel's placements. I'm like, I just don't know.
I stand by that. It's like last season where me going was the right move, but the wrong people made it again. But it's okay.
That was so frustrating for me, Rachel, because Madison and I put in so much work to try to get you to stay, and we
I
thought we had the
really
votes.
did think, I thought I was going to do it. I really
We thought we had the votes, and then literally in the last like 10, 15 minutes, everything just crumbled around us. And
I
Madison
was
was
getting
like, bawling our eyes out.
I was getting so fucking pissed at Connor because I was on call with him for like 20 minutes right before the vote. And I'm like, wait, Connor. I was like, who are you voting? And he was like, oh, well, I switched. And I was like, you sure? like, you positive?
I kind of wish Caleb and Madison didn't switch back and that Seb's throwing vote kept me in the game and just confused everyone.
That would have been kind of interesting.
That would have been so funny.
Yeah, Madison switching her vote to like vote or whatever could have like been the reason Rachel went home. But
I mean, it would've been
I
funny
was
for
back
you.
and forth on that vote. But
Justin.
It would have been funny for you. Me, no.
I do think, I don't know if Rachel would have made the final 3 though, had Justin got evicted there though.
No, I would have gotten like 8. Like it's fine.
Yeah.
That's why you guys should have got rid of
double.
Justin.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Because I mean, Justin ended up playing like probably the best game of the season. So
Oh yeah, I should have evicted.
Try to tell you, I would have just gone home.
Thank you guys for letting me shine. I'm really appreciative of
It
it.
was so fun to watch though, Justin. Like I being there almost the whole time. And like I know I wasn't the most involved in your game, but like I just had an absolute blast watching you play this season. Like, yeah.
Thank you.
Proud. So proud.
Honestly, it's the way that me and Justin were like, we don't really need to talk to each other like at all, but what we know we're good. Like,
Yeah. No, honestly, Justin and I didn't have any Skype messages. We would just Snapchat each other. We had like King. But
I think I've heard a lot of people tell me that Caleb, like most of your game was done on Snapchat.
it was. Listen, honestly, like now that the game's over, I pretty much trolled this entire season. Like, because I already did good like one time. I was like, let's just see how far I make it. And then I actually started like surviving, and I was like, well, maybe I should actually play the game. I don't know.
Okay, so most of this conversation is related. So I'm going to turn off the stream, but obviously you guys are more than welcome to hang out here for a little while. So once again, congratulations to you, Jay.
Thank you.
Very excited to add you to the winner's circle. Caleb, you did.
Needed a little bit of color there. So.
Caleb, you played amazing as well. Justin, you played amazing as well. This was a wonderful cast. I really enjoyed it. I said this somewhere earlier. Despite this being a second chances season, this was really played as an all-star season. Most of you, all of you really, are great, phenomenal players that just didn't have the best of luck in your first season. And so that made the caliber of this season that much higher. So I really appreciate all of you guys. This is a really fun season to watch. Not sure where it's going to be out of my rankings. We'll have to see how it settles, but great job, guys. This is a wonderful season. So that is all I have for this season. Make sure you keep updated on the happenings of 1984 Live and season 10 eventually happening.
Wait, who's fan favorite?
We didn't do fan favorite. But
it's Chloe.
But all I'm gonna say,
I think it's Chloe.
Chloe, we don't need to have a poll. Chloe,
Absolutely not.
So,